All right. This was sent to me ages ago. I can't remember who sent it to me, but it was sent to me ages ago. But yeah, I just finally got around to doing it, and I just thought I fancy some Mike Bichetti. So yeah, this is Mike's letter. So yeah, let's go. Oh shit.
No, Mike, I've been on the other end of a conversation where they say, you're going too crazy with certain things in life, and I noticed that you have an addiction to Twitter, the internet, Instagram. You're constantly
Yeah.
on there. You're
I
looking
like it
at it.
actually.
No, I know you're looking at it all the time. I mean, to where it's, I don't know. I think your eyes are going to get
Your eyes
infected
will
or
go.
something. And at home, clearly that continues. And because you're so into it, you're vulnerable to scams and people goofing on you. Late last night or early today, Mike texted me something that I thought was good news. He said he had an offer for like $3,000 to fly down to Florida to do a private party, a stand-up show, and he asked if my agent could get involved and maybe negotiate it, and and maybe Mike could prove himself. Doesn't have to prove it to me. I know Mike's great and I know what he can do, but prove it to the agent that he could kick ass in a situation like this. Give him 10%, maybe get representation. So I said that's good news, Mike. But let me talk to the guy first. That's what I said. And then what happened, Mike? You found out later it was a
Some
scam.
some some idiot.
They were joking with you.
You know, that's all right.
No, I know. I said so it was a scam.
Got to
I know it is savage, really. Like you think how deranged people are, like, because the Opie and Anthony freaks get it too, don't they? Like, not calling Mike a freak, but like, you know what I mean. He's also one that would fall for it. Like Bobo, I've heard some evil things people have got Bobo on, and it's like, where's the? I mean, I'm not being horrible, but where's the achievement in that? Isn't that too easy? Like winding up someone that takes things literally. Nala, bed.
I mean, again, people like that, they're
Come on.
really, you know what? You got nothing else to do with your time. It's a real jerk off move. It's
Look
not even
out.
a funny
Bed.
thing.
Bed.
It's really not even a funny joke. It's just stupid. It's being obnoxious. But so I don't know what
Look
your
out.
announcement is, but that's the one thing I worry about a little bit with you is your vulnerability in cyberspace. But I asked you what it's about, good or bad news, and I got an indication from you it's not great. So all of us will now listen to Mike's announcement, absorb it, and
okay.
give him, as we say in rehab, feedback.
Thank you, Artie.
Okay, here's Mike Machete. You have the floor.
I have. I'm better off writing. I can, communicate better on paper and express myself.
We
better
end at one,
with
Mike.
words.
So just so
Okay.
you know.
Hi, Artie, everyone in the show, my fans. I love you all so much. I'm super blessed to be where I am. There's one thing I can't take anymore, and that's being bullied about my weight, my looks, living situation. It only encourages bullies to call in and haters on me. It even gives me a bad image with agents in the industry, which they never had a good one for me to begin with. It even gives me some of the guests on the show to come in and make me a punching bag, which I would never do to them and never have, and respect everybody on.
To be fair, in any capacity that you're going to put yourself in front of the public, even I have to think of that because everyone gets narky comments from time to time. And it is kind of instinctual to want to defend yourself, but you have to think, just don't even focus on that. Do you know what I mean? You can have 100 people say it's great and then one person, and you just focus on that and you want to retaliate. But yeah, Mike needs to learn that. You put yourself in that situation, yeah, you have to expect it.
I tried to improve my image by losing weight, getting new teeth, close to help. I took it all on my own pay. I didn't even care. All I wanted was to be a respected guy and want to be on the show forever.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I asked.
All right. Look. That's interesting. Then that's well put. Well said.
It wasn't nasty. I was very honest.
No, you weren't being nasty. You're being us. So all right.
No,
So
I mean, I like having
On
fun
your
with you.
bed.
But again, like with comedy, there's
Bed.
lines. I mean, we all joke with each other.
Of course, I know.
I mean, and you joke on people too.
Yeah,
When
do.
you do.
No, I just wanted to let it. Is that good? I said it. I'm happy I did. I'm not
It's good you said it, but I just don't. You're gonna have to let us know where. In other words, like I can't get in your head. I don't want to bully anybody, but I want to know where. Like I don't know the line. So you're going to have to tell us where joking becomes bullying. You're going to have to say it out loud. And then
Okay,
we'll stop.
I will. I mean, I just
Which isn't the best recipe for comedy.
No, I'm not. I don't want to be politically correct like the world is, of course. I mean,
Well, I mean, that's what you're being, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're being very politically correct. You're saying, don't bully me. But it's a comedy
Well,
show. You can
yeah.
just bully back, which is what I would do. I'm from that school. I'll just say something back. But
what I'm saying is, like somebody called last night, I can't take idiots like that. I hate blowing my top, and it's bad when I do.
Listen, if you could listen to the 8.5 years I was on Stern,
oh God,
that's
yeah.
all. It was a lot of that. You got to sort of grin and bear it. But
no, like I said,
listen,
I love being here. It's fun, man. I just once in a while it gets on my nerves, but I'm
No,
having
no.
fun with you guys. I truly love everybody here. I do.
Bed.
Well, it sounds like the direct opposite. It sounds like it's a nightmare for you.
Sounds like you're a fragile flower.
No, I'm not, John. I just don't like,
All right, then just.
All right, well,
Deal
okay,
with it.
go around. Does anybody anyone who wants to give feedback?
Go ahead. I don't care what you guys say. I love you guys. It don't matter to me.
No, I'm just saying, look, Mike, I'll do whatever you want. I don't want you to be. It's just you're going to have to let us know where
Well, you know what?
the joking becomes what you consider bullying
Okay. Sure.
as we go on.
No, I mean, I don't care. Whatever, we're just.
Well, you have to care. I don't want this to be a miserable place for
No,
you
it's
or
not.
anybody.
I have a good time here, but it's just sometimes, it gets to me once in a while.
I hear you. We're all human. Everybody's got that.
That's why I
That's
blew my top with that idiot last night.
Now, again, the phone callers are like, so you want me to just have a rule where no phone callers could?
No, let them come in.
Call me!
I was thinking about buying a whistle, and blowing it in their ear.
Yeah, well, that's not going to work past the first call, though. That's going to get tired. But
Well,
I don't know what to say about the callers.
No, well, I don't care about that. I'll just have to learn how to shut up with them.
No, it's you should. I want you to go. You're a comic. You should be able to. You're a witty guy. Go back at.
I just
them.
don't want to get in trouble
Yeah,
cursing.
I think that's
you know
great
what I mean?
when
Well, you got to
banter
do it when
going.
you're not. You got to not curse. You got to just not curse.
I came close. I just got to know the words I can't say.
Well, you know what the word.
Oh, you can't say the F word or anything like that. I know that.
Liz, what do you have to say?
Mike, no, I'm not bullying. I just have a question. So yesterday when the caller called in, are you more upset though that the caller was trying to ask you questions about getting an agent, or kind of calling you out
not him.
about
No.
your temper?
No, I liked the first. The other guy wasn't bad. The
Because
first guy.
I know, but I think you're mistaking. I think you're using bullying and I think you're upset that someone was trying to confront you about your temper and what really goes on, and maybe why you haven't gotten an agent.
Well, I always had a hard time with him to begin with. It didn't
He
help
has
me.
got a temper.
No, I know, but when these callers call, I don't think you're being bullied.
Liz
per
is
se,
trying
though.
to separate. Liz is trying to separate
You're right.
Yeah.
the guy bringing up a real issue that you asked
Right.
for advice for,
And
to a
yeah.
guy just calling to bully you.
And I think now you're upset though that that it's in it. He didn't say what you wanted to hear. So now you think that's bullying, but that's not bullying.
No. I liked what he said. He was right about what he said. The first guy just got
Like every
Oh.
comic I know, Mike, you have a hard time with criticism. I do too. And when someone calls up, but you have and I think Liz's point is well taken. I agree with her. I think you have these catchphrase type words, like these bullet words that you hear and you immediately attack. Like the guy said something about your agent. That's what you immediately go, what do you know? Shut up, man. You fat vagina face. You didn't let the guy make his point. You immediately went down his throat. Now, what's that guy going to do? He's a person. He's going to come back at you and maybe get vicious. Now you have an argument that you kind of started.
I got to listen to what he says, but
You got to listen to the callers.
I will. I promise you. And like I said, I want to have fun. I love the show. I'm super blessed to be here. Like I said, I just once in a while it gets on my nerves, but I'm happy to be here. Totally.
Well, fun is, quite frankly, with a comedy show, Mike, fun, when you read a letter like that, it becomes kind of a bummer.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
exactly.
The fun, it's the direct opposite of fun. Now I really don't know,
Because now everyone thinks that we've bullied you.
Yeah,
And
is
now-
that
I don't like
directed
that.
towards
So now
us,
you need to stay-
or is it directed towards the people who call in? I mean, it seems like you're hurt. You wouldn't have written this out and made it a point that you wanted to announce this.
Yeah.
So I feel terrible that you are hurt in that way. But man, this whole bullying thing, not just with you, but we talked about it in the NFL too. It's like all you have to do is say, hey, cut it out.
it's a new thing now, the word bully again, the
I know.
MTV generation, these watch words where don't hate, bully.
I didn't grow up in that. Either,
I know,
though.
but
I know.
Well,
people latch
why
on.
did you adopt it now? Just say stop it.
People latch on to it,
Don't hate.
And as soon as you
You
as soon
should
as you
want
say
haters.
that, I can't say anything because you said this word bully. Now I can't say
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
All of a
You
sudden
should
it's
want people to be hating on you. James brings up a good point. If people are hating on you or whatever, at least they're paying attention.
It's also like the
More
word bully's
attention.
like, that's a good point too, but the word bully's become like homophobia, racist.
Oh, yeah.
If someone calls you a racist nowadays, forget it. You got to just shut your mouth. You don't know what to do. And
Yeah.
before you know it, you're apologizing to Al Sharpton.
No, that, oh, God.
I'm saying, I don't
Oh,
know.
God.
Like, some of your views are kind of right wing, some are insanely left wing, and I don't know. Like, if
Some are just insane.
Yeah, right.
Mismatch.
I don't like to settle.
Like most comics,
I don't like to say.
we're nuts. I mean, we're nuts. And look, no one's more screwed up in
The
head.
drop-ins are the
You're more
best.
together than I'll ever be, because everyone is. I
think-
just don't want you to go home at night and be depressed. I
Yeah.
don't want you to do that. That's terrible.
I never get depressed. I just get angry, which is even worse.
Well,
It's the same thing,
Well,
really.
I don't want you to lash out. With
Well,
anger.
yeah, I think some of the funniest stuff is when you have the back and forth with people.
Oh, yeah,
funny,
you're
yeah.
funny with that. I
I
mean, like,
love
those
that.
arguments are good.
Now it sounds like you don't want to do that.
I just
you're
don't,
kinda-
yeah, but I just don't want what that guy was talking about made a lot of sense. Now, like, people in LA are going to go, look what a psycho, you know what I mean? It's going to be bad for me if I get that angry again.
So
But
basically, we have to suffer for your next job. Is that what you're telling us?
No,
we,
that's
you-
not what I
we have to suffer.
No.
But thank
No.
God we can work out, your problems for your next job.
You know what, Dan? I'm not going to argue with you. You can say whatever you want, buddy.
Yeah, well, let's just calm down. It's not.
No,
the
what I'm
place.
saying
That's
is
not
not.
the place to get loud.
That guy was right, though. He was like, it probably cost me a lot of crap by losing my temper. It did. I know it did.
Oh, well,
Well,
dude.
Conversely, I
yeah.
think maybe people think it's funny. I do.
Oh no, it's
Maybe
good. It's
maybe
good
it
radio.
gains you attention.
No,
It's
but
good
I mean-
radio, but you don't want to lose your mind.
No,
you know,
but I'm saying not. In LA, what are they thinking? Oh, my God. How, you know what I mean? They may have been thinking, who knows?
Well,
But, Mike,
Mike,
it's not
you have to
just the
turn this around and say, all right, well, I have to figure out how to keep myself under control, have some witty banter back and forth, but not let my top blow off.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, I've lost jobs and opportunities because, well, anger, drug use, emotional drug use. Like, you get angry, you use, you get mad, you use, and that leads to self-destruction. And I'm lucky I'm not working construction right now.
But I think you're walking on eggshells in California with them.
Yeah, I know but you have this insane fear of LA, the machine. You've developed this thing in your head of like
They control a
evil
lot of stuff,
executives.
though,
They
they
control.
really do.
Mike,
You
this
can't-
is where it's wrong.
You can't think like that, Mike.
But they have a lot of. They do
Who
control-
though? Who?
All the decision makers in LA.
But you
all
don't
the
know. But
agents.
who are the decision makers? You don't know any of them. So
Well, we don't
you're-
want any names. So,
No, I mean-
but there's
Yeah, but they may know who we are
you
now,
make
though.
yourself.
You know what I mean?
But Mike, you sound like a really paranoid guy.
Well, but they may be watching. Who knows who's watching the show at any given time?
Mike, you can't seem paranoid.
Okay.
Because, I mean, who do you think's watching the show? That's going to affect your career? I mean, I'm sure.
You don't know. There's a lot of people in LA that like it, though. They
Like,
do.
the bottom
what do you
line
wanna
is,
do? So
all
what-
you can
No,
control.
I just want to make sure I do well. And
What's
do
your
well here.
answer to that, though, Mike? If someone's watching that hates it? First of all, why would they watch? Or if they don't like you or might cost you a job, so what's your answer?
Oh, no,
How
saying-
does Mike Boschetti act in that? You
No,
become a phony version of yourself?
No. What I'm saying, if somebody sees me blow my top like I did last night, it's bad.
Everybody gets mad. Unbelievably successful people get mad.
Yeah, I just I can't no more. That's the only thing.
Well, Mike, all you can control is you. You can't
I know.
control these people that you don't know that may or may not be watching. You control what you do, what you say, how you act.
Right, just live in your own world. But if the anger is, forget about show business, if the anger is a problem outside of this world, then you should get help.
Oh, I know.
Or if you have gotten help, really adhere to that help. Because forget about show business.
No, it's always
In the
good.
game of life, if anger is a problem, that's a big deal.
No. I got it. I just blow my top.
All right.
And forget about just business. I mean, health-wise. We just have an article
yeah.
today. You're 5 times more likely to have a heart attack, 3 times more likely to have a stroke
My mom's always saying that.
2 hours after you lose your temper.
Mom's always saying that. She goes, you get so angry, you can have a stroke one day.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a real thing. Anybody else have any feedback on that?
Artie, I have a little statement here that I've written. On Monday, I said to James, when you woke up this morning, did you want to look like Lena Dunham? I'm sorry that I said that. I didn't mean to say that. I know that it upset you, even though everyone
bullying.
laughed. I'm sorry. I don't want to offend anybody.
What about Lena Dunham? She's the one who's getting hurt there.
I'll rescind my complaint.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Well, you're being sarcastic.
You're
But does
not
anybody else
sorry.
have any serious?
Well, I mean, I said to John, I think that Mike, you should be looking for haters. If people are hating on you, that means that you're in their consciousness. You know, that you're making them
True.
pay attention. That's a good thing. That's what broadcasting is all about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you don't want to
know,
sit there and be boring, quiet, calm Mike.
No,
That's no good either.
no, I hate
it
that
goes
thing.
back to that old thing with Howard. Remember in Private Parts when the people said half of the callers can't stop listening because
Oh, yeah.
who love him because they want to hear what he says next, and the people that hate him can't stop listening.
That is 100% true. I don't claim to be Mike Bichetti level, but it is true. People that don't like certain ones of my videos are normally like comment immediately, but then like people who like have followed my channel for ages and kind of had requests done and kind of had talking back and forth a bit, like it could be a month later that they watch a video that they would like, but people that hate it, it's like they have to watch immediate. So it is, that's why you just kind of, and to be fair, I don't have many. I don't have many. Yeah. Or like, I've had one matey, but I think that was more because of Frank Zappa than me. But yeah. I've not had, or I had the weird one once. Maybe I'll do a video of that. But it was weird.
They want to hear what he says next.
Yeah.
You know, so radio, but radio is the medium where it's totally like that. There's no black. It's all black and white to a lot of people.
So it's okay if I blow my top on Pete? Not, I mean.
Yeah, not
once
all
in a
the
while.
time, but
No,
if you go there, you go there, and I'll try to, and I'm as the ringleader here, I'll try to control it when I think it's too much.
All
But
right.
you got to realize, Mike, that you fall into a trap with a lot of these guys. They don't know your family. They're not going to hurt your family. They're never going to do. They say it because you get so mad,
Right.
and then you give them. Then they just hang up and go back to do a bong hit and laugh at what you yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
They win in every way. They're not going to touch your family.
Yeah, and then you carry that through. I mean, then you're talking about it days later, weeks later, that they threaten your family. I mean, they're really not.
Believe me, I
They're
could
doing it to
I
get
could
a
tell the
rise out of
difference.
you.
If I thought there was a real threat there, I wouldn't. Believe me, I'd be the first one to make a phone call. You just gotta I understand what you're saying. It's just now, when someone makes a complaint, the girls have done this too, and I don't want to be someone a negative in people's lives.
Oh, hold on 2 secs. Do part 2. Alright. Yeah, let's finish this. Because I am knackered. I need to go to bed. So yeah, let's finish this. Let's go.
It's just, I get.
But then you got to tell, because then you have to set a boundary. And that's what you're not doing, though, right now. You're not saying where the line is. You're just making this general statement.
Well, he's telling us there's a line, but yeah, it's vague where it is. I guess, you know what, Mike, the only thing is we're going to have to figure it out ourselves where it is.
Okay, as long as, like I said, I'll go along to program. I mean, I love it for you. I really do.
Let me give you an example. Tonight, when you say the names of the people, if you mispronounce a name and they buzz
Sure,
you,
that's not a problem.
That's not a problem.
No, I kind of enjoy that after a while.
Okay.
No, it's like I'm looking for, because they haven't buzzed me in a while, so I've been looking at the names before the show
Well,
starts.
they were really easy names last night. So,
Well, I don't know.
But the night before you got mad,
No, I just so now I don't know. Like if they keep doing
I
that,
think we should get rid of the buzzer. I think we should get rid of any time that we disagree with Mike or any time that, so that Mike's feelings aren't hurt.
Yeah.
No,
I've been more
I don't
comfortable.
care about the buzzer. You know what I mean? That's one thing.
Now
But
I feel all gross about everything.
a buzzer's only a buzzer. I mean, come on,
and a caller's only a caller. It's just like they're not even real entities. Don't worry about Coco in Alaska. He's got to worry about himself with the only thing he's doing.
Coco was very, very well versed.
I want to look at Coco's daily routine. I'm sure he's a winner. Coco reminds
Coco
me.
was sharp.
Coco's a guy. Coco's guy who
As
sits
attack.
back and just attacks people for no reason.
He wasn't attacking.
Yeah, he was.
I thought Coco was an amazing caller. Very insightful.
It's kind of annoying.
I have no opinion on Coco.
I mean, but he has opinions on everything, I'm sure.
I don't think Coco was his real
I
name.
doubt Coco has a lot of friends.
He might-
Yeah, I bet Coco loves to criticize his friends too in their careers.
I don't know what he does.
That
for a
gets
living.
kind of old after a while. Hey, it's Coco. You want to go to Chili's with me? No, Coco, because you're going to talk to me about what I do all day.
No, but I just glad I got this out of me. I'm so sorry for holding this in
Well,
so long.
we're glad too.
I'm not glad. I feel terrible, Mike.
Well, you're kind of like.
I feel terrible that you're hurt.
It's kind of like. Yeah, I don't like that either, but it's kind of like the Miami Dolphins thing now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
You
okay.
brought that
Now
up.
there's this big cloud hanging over the studio.
No, there's no
and,
cloud. No cloud of mystery.
it'll never go away.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Yeah, exactly. Bring investigators in.
I'll bring Frosty
Get to
Snowman.
the bottom of this.
Do you get mad when we goof on you when you do the weather?
No. Have fun at the weather.
Do you get mad at when we isolate your chins going up and down?
No.
What are you mad at? Give me an example. Can you give me one example you got
Just
mad
like-
at in the last
Just
week?
like, like living at home a lot. I hate being talked about. in my
But that's a
house.
fact, though, Mike.
Oh, I know. Okay.
Mike, you're on a radio show. It's a comedy show. We all talk about each other's lives.
Okay.
Mike, I
You
think
know.
you're upset about the caller last night, calling you out about the
And I think
agent
maybe
thing.
you didn't give me a hint of this before you found out this was a goof. When you found out the gig was a goof, did you get mad and do this?
No, I was like, I thought to myself, at first I was like,
That's why I wanted to talk to the guy.
No, I didn't trust it at first. I'm like, people don't do, you know what I mean? It never happens like that.
Right.
Mike, you got to turn off your phone. You just got to, you don't know how to handle the internet. That's not in your,
It's very
some
difficult.
people.
I mean, you're addicted to
Hey,
it.
Artie can't handle it. He doesn't listen, he doesn't read any tweets. He doesn't read any emails.
I hate it. I mean,
He hates it.
but I do tweet a lot. My agents tell me to do it, and sometimes I have fun doing it. But if I had like $300 million, I wouldn't be tweeting.
Because I've been thinking about dismantling Facebook and Twitter and just coming to work every day.
Yeah, we got a break, Mike. Real quick, who's on the show? Here we go.
Thank you.
No buzzer here.
Tonight joins in studio car expert and TV personality from Discovery Channel's Fast and Loud, Richie Rawlings.
Okay, go ahead. It's Richard Rowan.
Dropping by in the second hour, comedian and commentator from Crowd Gone Wild, the great Michael Costa. And stopping by later in the third hour, great friend that I love and great comedian, actor and comedian, the great Jim Florentine.
Wow, Mike, that was wonderful. Great work.
Let down by the big announcement.
You thought it was going to be a bigger announcement.
Yeah, very anticlimactic.
Quit holding the ball.
You know, just kind of,
Were you an only child?
it was kind of just blah. You know, I didn't really get anything out of it.
Do you think Mike maybe actually got a job for like doing like some PSAs on bullying, and he's like,
See,
you know,
that's
getting
what
character?
I feel like the PSA is a good thing to say because I feel like I just watched one of those like Discovery Channel specials about how crayons are made. You know, like I learned something, but I don't really know what it is.
Well, I knew this would bother you because this throws your new character into question. Set Heckler.
It does, you know? I mean, because
can Set Heckler operate
there's a fine
in an
line
atmosphere
between
like
bullying and harsh criticism.
this? Or
You know,
just heckling?
or heckling. You call it heckling, I call it, you know, strident observations.
Again, only child. Quit holding the ball.
Sorry, I'm thinking as I...
Never going to make it back to the CFL if you keep holding the ball.
I know, I would. How sweet would that be to be in the CFL? Be like a member
What would
of
you
the
do? Like
Hamilton Tiger Cats.
if there was like a team bad enough where they like called me up to play running back, never happened.
Wow. That was so bad, that picture on. I only noticed it towards the end. Because obviously it was like further away. It was like FIFA 2000. It was so bad I couldn't even tell which one was talking then. That could also be because I'm tired as well. But yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with Mike. I don't know, it's kind of hard to say, isn't it? Because there is definitely saying up with Mike, but it's hard to because he is quite aware, and do you know what I mean? Yeah, but yeah, he does. He did seem to make it did seem to just be like nothing's a problem. But then I kind of know what he means, like the people winded him up online. But I do think that as well. It is, like I say, it is hard. I have it much smaller scale than Mike Bichetti. But it is hard when people write a negative thing. One negative thing and you just think, oh, you fucking... Do you know what I mean? But I think it's just human nature. But yeah, anyway. Yeah. Poor Mike. But yeah, that's the reaction. Sweet. I'll start with you, girl.